Hello everyone, welcome to the 5-Minute Discovery channel. Today, we will explore Cambodia, the holy land of Southeast Asia, and things to note when you visit here. Cambodia, located on the Indochina Peninsula, is a beautiful country in Southeast Asia. With a long coastline bordering the Gulf of Thailand to the south, Cambodia borders Thailand to the west and north, as well as Vietnam to the east. The country has a population of about 16–17 million people, mainly KhMER, accounting for 90% of the population. The rest includes some overseas Vietnamese communities and other ethnic minority groups. Buddhism is the main religion of Cambodia, and KhMER is the official language widely used. KhMER people are famous for their sincerity, patience and tolerance for hardship. They also tend to stay away from crowded and noisy areas, preferring a peaceful and quiet life. When you visit Cambodia, there are some traditional customs that you should keep in mind to show respect to the locals. For example, when entering a house, remember that the left door is usually reserved for the elders, while the right door is reserved for children. This is part of the subtle social rules of the KhMER people, showing respect and consideration for family members. Cambodian traditional clothing is not only an integral part of the country's culture, but also a clear way to identify the sophistication and solemnity in the way people live here. When learning about Cambodia, one of the highlights is the traditional clothing of the people, which is very modest and elegant. The main colors often seen in the costumes are yellow and orange, colors that remind of the holiness and purity of Buddhism. Cambodia, with its deep Buddhist culture, has shown respect for religious values through the way it dresses. When you visit religious sites such as temples, remember that wearing modest clothing is a way to show respect for the sacred space. A suitable outfit not only helps you integrate better into the local culture but also shows deep respect for the traditions and beliefs of the Cambodian people. Explore one of the greatest wonders of the world, the Angkor Wat complex in Cambodia. Angkor Wat, once hidden in the deep jungle for a long time, has been rediscovered and is now one of the most attractive tourist destinations in the world. When you visit Angkor Wat, you will be overwhelmed by the grandeur and magnificence of this structure. The temples were built centuries ago, with walls and marble, containing exquisite sculptures that time has carved into every detail. Ancient trees rising through the roofs of the temples create a scene that is both mysterious and captivating. You may have seen the image of Angkor Wat in the famous movie starring actress Angelina Jolie. This is the setting for many spectacular scenes. Angkor Wat is not only a cultural icon, but also a place where you can find peace and fresh air of the countryside. Besides Angkor Wat, don't forget to explore other destinations such as Angkor Thom or Ta Prohm, which still retain their wild and charming beauty. These relic complexes will take you on a journey to discover Cambodia's rich history and culture. If you love the hustle and bustle, then Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia, is definitely a destination not to be missed. Here, you can explore the magnificent royal palace, the residence of the royal family, or enjoy the beautiful beaches of Cambodia. Cambodia's beaches are not inferior to any other famous beach tourist destination. With golden sand, clear blue water and warm sunshine, these beaches will conquer you at first sight. Cambodia is not only famous for its beautiful beaches but also the place that used to be the capital of the majestic KhMER Empire. Angkor Wat, part of this famous empire, is located in Cambodia and was once the center of the KhMER Empire, one of the largest empires in Southeast Asia with a vast area of up to 1 million square kilometers, 3 times the area of Vietnam today. This empire existed from the 9th century to the mid-15th century, covering the present-day territory of Cambodia, southern Vietnam, Laos and Thailand. While the KhMER Empire may not have been as prominent as other empires in history, the KhMER capital of Angkor was a cultural and architectural masterpiece, with Angkor Wat being one of the largest religious monuments in the world. What we know about the empire comes mainly from rock paintings and the writings of the Chinese diplomat Zhou Daguan, who visited Angkor in the late 13th century and wrote a book about his experiences, Cambodian Customs. During the latter half of the KhMER Empire, Angkor was not only the center of power but also the main residence of the aristocracy. However, as KhMER power began to wane, surrounding civilizations quickly sought to gain control of the area. There are many theories about what caused the decline of the KhMER Empire. Some believe that a king followed Buddhist philosophy to rule the kingdom. which led to a reduction in the number of laborers, a deterioration of the irrigation system, and a decline in crops. According to this theory, as the entire population became monks, the labor force essential to the development of the kingdom gradually disappeared. In addition, another theory holds that the Thai Empire conquered Angkor in the 15th century, causing the decline of the Khmer Empire. Some other opinions say that the Khmer moved the capital away from Angkor, causing the city to be forgotten. When they returned, it was too late to save it. Today, many Cambodians still remember the great Khmer Empire that was once the center of power and culture in Southeast Asia. The golden image of Angkor, along with the unsolved mysteries of the empire's decline, continues to be a source of inspiration and nostalgia for the Cambodian people and the world. Let the stories of Angkor and the Khmer Empire unfold before your eyes, a majestic and mysterious part of history. Cambodia, a small but mysterious country in Southeast Asia, is known for its strong and profound religious beliefs. Religion has become the soul of this country, and nothing is more evident than the development of Hinduism and Buddhism here. From the early days, Hinduism was present in Cambodia and quickly became an indispensable part of the spiritual life of the people. However, in the 7th century, Buddhism was introduced to Cambodia and quickly became the state religion, capturing the hearts of more than 90% of the population. Buddhism has not only shaped moral and social standards, but also deeply influenced every aspect of the daily life of the Cambodian people. Buddhism was closely associated with the monarchy, becoming a powerful tool to unify ideology in the feudal kingdoms of Southeast Asia, especially in Cambodia. It not only created solidarity among classes but also left deep marks in the fields of culture, society, literature, art, architecture and sculpture. It can be said that the development of Buddhism has gone hand in hand with the prosperity and decline of the Kingdom of Cambodia. When the country went through turbulent periods, Buddhism also shared the fate of the nation. However, the presence of Buddhism has contributed significantly to the creation of Cambodia's unique cultural identity. Today, pagodas are not only religious centers but also symbols of protecting the nation's long-standing culture. Buddhism continues to play a fundamental role in Cambodia's social life, preserving and promoting the country's precious cultural values. When you think of Cambodia, the first image that comes to mind is probably the country's majestic and iconic architecture. The Cambodian flag reflects the grandeur of these structures, especially the temples and historical sites of the Khmer Kingdom. Khmer architecture, which flourished from the late 12th to early 13th centuries, bears a strong Hindu influence combined with local culture. These structures were mainly built from natural materials such as wood, bamboo, thatch, and stone. Today, we can still clearly see citadels and temples built from stone blocks, with extremely impressive architectural features. Khmer temples are notable for their four-sided pointed pavilions and elaborate reliefs. These reliefs not only depict the daily life of the Khmer people but also depict historical battles with neighboring countries such as Champa, or bustling festivals and images of goddesses with graceful bodies, even monkeys and horses participating in lively scenes. In addition, these structures often have a large main door, while the other three sides have false doors to create a perfect sense of symmetry for the temple. Characters and numbers are also very popular in the sculptures, adding to the beauty of Khmer architecture. One of the most famous structures in Cambodia is the Bayon Temple, featuring more than 200 faces of Kwan Niam, the symbol of compassion and wisdom. This is an architectural wonder of the Khmer Kingdom, demonstrating the sophistication and outstanding talent of the ancient builders. When admiring the Bayon Temple, you cannot help but admire the grandeur and ingenuity of the Khmer artisans in the design and construction. The faces carved on the temple towers are not only works of art but also a testament to the beliefs and creativity of this ancient culture. The influence of Khmer architecture did not stop in Cambodia. It left a deep mark on the architectural design of Thailand and Champa architecture in Vietnam. Elements from the Bayon Temple and other Khmer structures have become the inspiration for many famous structures in the region, creating a cultural and historical link between ancient Southeast Asian civilizations. If you are a fan of Oriental cuisine, then Cambodia is the perfect destination for you. The culinary culture here not only reflects the long-standing tradition of the rice civilization in Southeast Asia but also has its own unique characteristics, creating an interesting and unique culinary experience. In Cambodia, rice and fish are the main ingredients in daily meals, reflecting the preference for simple yet sophisticated food. Even during Tet holidays, dishes such as Ban Tet often appear not only in the countryside but also in the cities, bringing a special cultural connection in every bite. Cambodian cuisine is deeply influenced by China and India. The dishes here are often sweet and fatty, with spicy spices such as satay, chili, and pepper from India, mixed with the fat and oil of Chinese culinary style, especially from the Sichuan region. However, Cambodia still retains its own unique culinary features, with dishes that reflect the cultural identity and creativity of the KhMER people. From delicious street food to exquisite main dishes in restaurants, Cambodian cuisine will leave you fascinated and unforgettable. When it comes to Cambodia, it is impossible not to mention a famous place not only for its natural beauty but also for the richness of local life, that is Tonle Sap. With a name reminiscent of a vast ocean, Tonle Sap is not only a source of livelihood for millions of people but also an inspiration for many traditional Cambodian dishes. From here, different types of fish and seafood have become the main ingredients for the typical dishes of this country. From grilled fish, steamed fish, braised fish to delicious fish sauces, Tonle Sap has helped Cambodians create dishes that captivate many international tourists. But it is not only cuisine that is the highlight of Cambodia. The communication culture here also has its own unique features. Cambodians have many ways of greeting depending on the relationship, hierarchy, and age. The most traditional and recognizable way of greeting is to clasp both hands in front of the chest as if praying, and gently bow the head. If someone wants to show deeper respect, they will bow lower and clasp their hands in a higher position. Cambodians are known for their sincerity and hospitality, so visitors do not need to worry too much about living or communicating when coming here. The hospitality and sincerity of Cambodians will make you feel at home, no matter where you are in this country. When you arrive in Cambodia, there are some interesting and special things about the culture and customs that you should know. Unlike many other cultures, birthdays are not a big celebration in Cambodia. Many people, especially the older generation, do not even remember their exact birthday. Therefore, the custom of giving gifts on birthdays is not as common as in Western cultures. Instead, Cambodians often give gifts during the traditional New Year and when invited to a friend's house. When giving gifts, remember to wrap them carefully in colorful paper and use both hands when giving them. In particular, do not open the gift immediately after receiving it to show respect. Respect is very important in Cambodian culture, especially towards the royal family and sacred areas such as temples. Any disrespectful actions, rude gestures, or bad words about the royal family are not welcome. Similarly, temple areas are also places that require absolute solemnity. When visiting temples, visitors should not wear short skirts, revealing pants, or slippers. Do not touch Buddha statues, historical relics, or exhibits. It is also necessary to protect the temple's belongings. Do not draw graffiti, damage, or lose things. Women should not touch or stand near monks, and if you buy Buddha statues or Buddhist exhibits, please cherish them and place them in the most solemn places. Avoid putting them in your pockets, as this is an act that can offend Buddhism and Cambodian culture. In particular, please note that you should not take photos of the royal areas and temples without permission, as violating this rule can result in warnings, fines, or even severe punishment. With these tips, you can explore Cambodia respectfully and consciously, while experiencing the country's hospitality and cultural richness to the fullest. When exploring Cambodia, you will encounter many interesting and noteworthy customs. One thing to remember is that rubbing the head in Cambodia is considered rude because the head is a sacred and important area. Only parents and the supreme being are allowed to rub the head. Similarly, the feet are considered unclean parts of the body, so avoid pointing at others with your feet, resting your feet on objects, or pointing your toes towards others, especially for royalty and monks. In addition, the left hand is considered unclean in Cambodian culture. When giving money or gifts, use your right hand to show respect and make your gift more warmly received. Visitors should also avoid showing excessive affection in public, dressing inappropriately, or flirting with Cambodian girls, as these behaviors can make the locals feel uncomfortable. Now, let's explore some interesting facts about Cambodia. Did you know that Cambodia does not have a well-developed national electricity grid? The country often has to buy electricity from Vietnam, Laos, and Thailand, leading to frequent blackouts and low power. Large companies, restaurants, and hotels often use generators to maintain operations at night. Most streets are dark at night, except for a few large shopping malls in Phnom Penh and major cities. Another interesting thing is that Vietnamese and the Vietnamese dong are widely used in Cambodia. Vietnamese is the second most popular language after KhMER, and more KhMER people know Vietnamese than Vietnamese people know KhMER. Cambodian leaders, including officials and ministers, are able to speak and write in Vietnamese. The Vietnamese dong is also the most widely used currency, after the Cambodian currency and the US dollar. So what is it about Cambodia that impresses you the most? Is it the vast Tonle Sap, the story of Angkor Wat, or something else? Don't hesitate to share your opinion in the comments section. Thank you for watching this video. If you find the information interesting, don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos from us. Hello and see you again.